Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fradenburgh, and this is Chess with Investors. I'm going to have my first SIMUL today. This is really, really exciting stuff. I've got Ryan Yates and my other friend Kaimi out of Hawaii. Kaimi, I'll let you start things off. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a little chilly over here, overcast, but it's been a good Friday afternoon so far.
Right, right. I'll cry in my Canadian with my neighbor's snowdrift at the end of the driveway is up to my neck. I'm not even kidding. So like I really feel for you though, man. I don't want to put that aside. But Ryan, how about you? How you doing today?
Everything's great. A little cold myself, sitting here in Jersey in the 20 and 30s, waiting for the snow to hit this weekend.
Oh, that's cool. Apparently tonight we're going to be in the negative 20s.
Oh, nice.
A little bit later. So, and no, that's not degrees communist. That's degrees freedom, as the good Lord intended.
Yeah, actually, so I've born and raised here in Maui, Hawaii, and I have a background in cattle ranching. I met Dan through some various connections in the real estate world, and now I got a little bit of everything going on. And I'm an entrepreneur by heart. I got a couple different businesses I'm doing right now. One of them we're digging in the dirt with big Tonka trucks and tractors, and the other one I'm dabbling in AI stuff. So it's kind of like our chess game right now. It's from the East Coast to all the way out the middle of the Pacific. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm from the internet, right? But Ryan, you can talk a little bit of your CFO related services and Cardinal Financial there if you want to give her a go.
A little bit of everything, right? I'm CFO of a few organizations, Veloce Capital, Housing Us. I have my own fractional CFO firm. We do bookkeeping. We do everything. So, I mean, similar to Kaimi to some extent, where, I don't have the big Tonka trucks that I get to play with. I wish I did, but I think that's next. I mean, I like AI. I think I'm just going to go over to that side.
Makes lots of sense. Makes lots of sense. Yeah, whoever's white on Lee chess, you need to move. There we go. With the English. That's the English opening. Good stuff. I actually played a grandmaster this week with that exact opening. So we'll have to see how this goes.
He was my alias.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways.
It just says you're anonymous. Okay,
Mine
Ryan, how
still
about
says
you? I
maybe
don't see your
mine's
game yet.
unrated challenger at the bottom corner. I see a little QR code. Just as waiting for
That's me.
opponent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just hit. Well, I guess I can refresh, see if that does anything. It's thinking about it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Good. Now we got a second game going on here.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Good stuff. Now we can really get to it. So, Kaimi, so I know how I wound up in commercial real estate. How about you? What really brought you into the industry?
So I was circling out of my previous career, my other life, working cattle ranches for about 20 years. And looking for the next thing to do. And so that was the next logical step. I had a basically had a background in land management, managing about 17,000 acres. So that's what I started doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
took that on. Right.
That'll do it. That'll do it. It's a lot of juggling here. One of the things that's really funny about this show is that normally silence is a really, really bad thing, but this one you kind of can't avoid it. But there you go. So Ryan, I never asked you what got you into your major and like the other thing too. You told me a few things about that part of your past, but I didn't really catch basically how you managed to get into those like some of the world's biggest banks. So how did that end up coming to pass?
Luck. I liked money. I found out that teachers make a lot less than accountants. And literally my first interview ever was the two questions were, do you have a car and will you show up on time? The answer was yes to both. And voila, I ended up in the world of fund administration, focusing on hedge, PE, real estate, all those types of assets, falling into the alternative investment world. And here I am 20 years later, just past 20 years actually, which is kind of nice. So I can finally put the 20 plus next to my name. And that's kind of how it was written.
Right, right, right. It's funny you mention that because like one thing I found was in the job search sector, they actually encourage you not to say anything more than like 10 plus or 15 plus. Of course, you're your own boss, so that's a bit different. And maybe like for a fractional CFO, you want to see, a number that starts with a two. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, that's an interesting different here. This is a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be. This is really good. But a good thing I got plenty of time to continue here. I hope everybody in the audience is enjoying that. But there you have it. So Ryan, as far as fundamental differences between accounting, when like you focused on alternative investments the entire time. So like, are there like additional optional courses you have to take for that, or how exactly does that work?
No, that's the crazy part. I think, accounting in general is everything goes to zero. There's no magic to it. When you get into finance in those kind of fields, there is. Um, you know, Basically, you get thrown into this wolf's den. You learn everything about it. The CPA covers finance to some extent and stock trading and all this other stuff. There's a whole nother world out there, which I know we've talked about numerous times about no financial literacy in the US per se. And that's where, you know, I think it's kind of where my mission leads and tries to open up to everyone.
Interesting, interesting. That makes a lot of sense. Good stuff. Good stuff. So and now, Kaimi, back to you though. You had a big hiatus. Like I'd spend a good decent amount of time in remote-based Zoom meetings to do more networking. That was something that I really lacked. Like in my 30s, I didn't do enough networking because I was focusing on my children. So what have you been up to in that time? What's been keeping you busy?
I've been working on my amateur surf career quite a bit.
Yeah, that must be tough. Like, however do you manage? So Ryan, you should probably know. Like I actually was talking to Kaimi on a regular basis when there were the fires in Maui, and
Mhm.
that was really devastating. But I can be what's the word? A bit of a dick. And so, of course, my first question was, it's like, okay, so what does that mean in terms of Maui Wowie? Like, are we in big trouble? Like, it's
Is it named after the place, and is it as good as it seems?
it's got to be, right?
Has to be.
So it's gone through some evolution, some iterations. So because of the whole legal de-escalation of the so-called drug,
Hmm.
you can basically go anywhere. I was walking down the road in Kihei a few years ago, and I walked by someone's little, homemade greenhouse on the corner, and it was full of pot plants. So it's pretty much ubiquitous. It's everywhere. But the thing is that because it's everywhere, the prices have plummeted. I remember when I was in high school,
Right?
weed was more expensive than gold on a per ounce basis. Um, but now it's way far less expensive, but the potency is outrageous. So you got to be careful what you get.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. It's funny too, because like so when I got off the plane, just for you in the audience, I lived in Taiwan for 15 years. If you go there, one of the things when you get off the plane, they have a disembarkation card that fills you have to fill out, where you're coming from, flight number, all that sort of stuff. At the bottom, I think they still say it. It used to be it used to say the penalty for drugs in the Republic of China, Taiwan, is death.
Mm.
And so, I saw that. It's like, okay, so I guess I'm not a guitar teacher anymore. Now I'm just yeah, just, tongue in cheek, of course, but yeah, let's do this way. And yeah, oh, that's actually free, isn't it? Oh, I can actually do it that way too. Yeah, let's do that. Um, I got to en passant. That's always fun. on Kaimi's board here, and I also get a fork of a couple of pieces. But yeah, so that was one of the things that I did in Taiwan is I wouldn't hang out with white people just because they might have a habit like that, and they don't they have no sense of humor when it comes to that sort of thing. But I like to joke, me living where I do in Canada, only the government is allowed to sell drugs here. Don't go selling weed. Only the government is allowed to do that, which I find kind of funny. I probably shouldn't, but whatever. I'm pretty sure if I needed to get Maui Wowie, I'm pretty sure I could get my hands on it just at the store over here. But stay off the bad stuff, kids. So yeah, I don't know. It's honestly the only reason why I was even aware of Maui Wowie was because of the movie, the Dave Chappelle movie, Half Baked. Did you guys ever see that?
Oh, it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was from the islands near the beach. It's like the worst Jamaican accent ever, but that's good stuff. So Ryan, as far as your background, I'm basically because I'm trying to juggle all these things at the same time. I know you're passionate about horses. So what's the background as far as that goes? Is it just you like? Okay, I can't do that. Oh, right, I can do that. So what's the story with horses in your background there?
It's called Degenerate Grandparents.
Aha.
That is part of it. My grandfather used to take me all the time to the track, and I kind of fell in love with the sport and all that other stuff. And it was um there's so much there. The animals are amazing. Um there's so much that goes into the business, and you learn so much. I mean, it really is a dying sport, unfortunately. If you notice, I don't, I mean, I follow it quite religiously, but Arlington Park was supposed to be in Chicago, where the new Bears Stadium is supposed to be, and they're supposed to break ground on it already. It's these people are buying up tracks based on their location to be able to turn them into condos, and we've lost some major tracks over the years. Hollywood Park out of California, at Arlington Park out of Chicago, and you see these groups buying it up, and you don't realize that they're really real estate groups, not really um, pro horse racing. So it's gonna be an interesting 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. It's I don't think there's much doubt that there's going to be some massive changes in like how the economy works in the near future, and yeah, I really think we're due. Like I've seen like shopping centers in general, like I've seen a big decline on them. Especially with the growth of Amazon. It's really a bit of a shame, but I think I think that if they're going to be revitalized, I think that experiences are going to be a lot bigger. I think that people are going to want more unique items, like handmade stuff instead of mass produced. Like I understand that the cost is going to be quite different, but I don't know if any of you guys spend much time on those sorts of subjects. Got any thoughts, either you?
I'm trying to figure out why I can't move my king there.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you'd see we're in check. That was the problem.
Why couldn't I move it to my left to D? Hmm.
Oh, to your left, to that white square. Oh, it's because of the bishop. That's why. The bishop's covering that one. Yeah, I think that's still okay. But yeah, it's man, it's really tough to keep track of all this. Oh, if I go there, no, that's not going to work. I still want to do that though.
You're looking nice yet. Whoops. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'd better be careful. I might start talking to myself, right? Okay, so I could do no, yeah, no, I'm going to do that. Wow, it's really active, and it's funny too because I don't usually get this low on time. On Ryan's one, I'm down to just over 8.5 minutes, which should be plenty. Ryan's just blitzing out all of his moves while I'm busy being distracted. Uh,
And this is like my sixth chess game since we started talking a couple months ago, and it's the first live one I've done. So, you know, kind of see how it goes.
yeah, yeah, we'll have to do our best. Oh, okay, I like this move. Kaimi will not like that move.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's uh, it's problematic. Then there's that.
Oh,
So, but don't worry, Ryan. Kaimi is about to lose his queen, and there's nothing he can do about it.
well, at this point, I wasted 31 seconds of my 15-minute timer. So,
Right? Yeah. It's usually by about move 8 or 9. You should probably be down to like 7 minutes, unless you really, really, really know your opening. But as far as I can do the game review at the same time here. And my second camera will be able to see, and it'll tell you what it thought of your performance there.
yeah, it
The
didn't
answer
think
is
through.
I had an 83.5 accuracy. You were 63.8. You made 0 blunders, but you made 3 mistakes and 2 inaccuracies and 1 miss. It says. Now, I'm
That
gonna
would still get me in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. So,
right. Exactly.
we
Exactly.
got to look at the positives, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So I guess the next question then is, well, I'll start with Kaimi. Who's out there in the audience that you think in real estate or in business in general, who can get you further ahead, who can help you move forward? Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for people who are looking to build up their business to the next level, who basically looking for people who are thinking about how AI is, everyone knows it's the next thing, but don't know what to do about it. They're sort of sitting there like, I want to implement this, I want to try that, but I don't know how. I don't know where to start.
Good stuff.
People
Good.
with that kind of block in front of them, that's the type of people I want to talk to.
Right. Good stuff. Good stuff. And Ryan, I know that with you, it's going to take a lot of breath because it's hedge funds, it's alternative
No.
investment funds. Oh no, it's not. No. Okay. You take it away.
Everyone who Kaimi's talking to who needs books and records. That's the easiest way to say it. No, but yes, it does go a little deeper than that. The alternative spaces where I kind of lie and, again, this is where the similarity comes with entrepreneurship and everything where, I want the people who are going to the next level as well. And, that's the only way to enjoy and grow and have some fun.
Yeah, that makes lots of sense. Let's see here. I think so. He's Kaimi is threatening my queen right now, and my horsey is still right next to his king. But I found another thing that gets my queen out of trouble and also lets me collect one of his rooks. I'm not being a nice person, Ryan. This is like I'm normally so much kinder than this, but this is I swear like this game it just brings out a side of me. It's not ideal. It's like I always want people to be happy, unless you're sitting in front of 16 chess pieces and then. No, I'm just looking for the craziest move here. So,
It's funny, we have high school interns at Veloce Capital, and they were here today, and we were having those conversations about how you can't offend me, and you really can't. And when we talked about it, it was like, well, when do you ever get fired up? And it's sports, it's competition. There's still competition out there. And like, for me, and I'd love to know your guys' opinion on this. I don't feel like business is competition per se because there's so many different ways to victory. Like if it's a win or a loss thing, like chess, I expect you to be a little more cutthroat because it's a game and we know where the final solution is. Where, business, if everyone works together, there could be 6 iterations of the same business and they can all make money.
yeah, yeah, I completely agree. And I should also say before Kaimi chimes in that I've tested this. I've done a lot of things that ought to offend Ryan, but it didn't offend him at all. So it's a real thing. He's not exaggerating in the least. But what are your thoughts, Kaimi?
You got to repeat the question because I was trying to figure out what to do next. Now I'm
Well,
in check.
so it's Ryan's coming from an attitude of abundance,
Oh,
and it reminds me of the great Terry Crews quote. He says that people are out there fighting for their piece of the pie, but they don't realize that the world is a kitchen. You can bake your own pie. And I just thought that that was so poetic and beautiful. I just think there's so much truth to it, and and don't get me wrong, it's really easy to be stuck in that negativity, that scarcity mindset. I really think it's important for people to get their heads around that. Oh, that's actually a neat move too.
getting back to what he was saying earlier about not being offended, especially like when you're watching all your players get sniped off and you can get really angry.
Right.
And just getting like, getting emails from people and just either just saying no or maybe being offensive or maybe being accusatory. And, you could get ruffled and start a whole, back and forth keyboard war of bitterness, or you could just say, okay, cool, whatever, and move on to the next thing. Which for me, as a kid, I was always a little bit quick to fight, you know. So it took me a while to learn not to do that anymore.
I laugh because I was the exact same way. It was always, do you want to fight? There was no other reason.
That's funny. That's funny. It's yeah, wow, what a way of thinking about it too. Yeah. It's yeah, I guess, it wasn't so much that like I wasn't ever like itching for a fight. I wouldn't I had a big mouth on me though. That's for sure. I definitely like if somebody was in the wrong, they'd wind up hearing about it one way or another, and they probably wouldn't be delighted at how it was handled. But yeah, it's I definitely get that. But I also I guess part of it, and it totally went into my move to Taiwan eventually. It was from already being a Buddhist, and the revelation that I had when I was like in my early 20s was that like if you accept that reality, there's only one of them, then basically we're all kind of taking turns, in the universe and in life. And so if like, do you want to be in a world where you're, like constantly trying to choke slam your opponent for whatever type of deal it is, or do you want to try and make it so that person isn't gonna, flip out on their family irrationally because, some joker decided to talk some smack, about them. It's but that again, that was a bigger change for when I got into my 20s. So this is fun what Kaim is doing here, because it's like there's a clear advantage, but there's an unclear way to convert it. So it's
Sideways compliment if I've ever heard one.
yeah, yeah. Well, the good news is I've got nearly 10 minutes on my clock to figure out a way of pulling that off. But as far as let's get the contact information here while Kaimi, I'll give you a chance to think. Ryan, you and I spend a significant amount of time on LinkedIn. That's a great way to get a hold of me, and also you to some extent. But what's your favorite way for people to reach out?
For me, it's LinkedIn. I think it's the easiest way. That way I can avoid you if I have to.
Right, that block button, right? It's
It's quite amazing.
amazing.
I've been using it a lot more.
Hmm.
Especially the sales guys. They just it's nonstop. It's, hey, do you want to do this? Hey, you want free forecasting? Hey, do you want this? I'm like, hey, do you read anything on my website?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and don't get me wrong. Like when I was focusing on being a full stack developer, I'd say it's like, do you need a website? It's like, No, actually, I really, really don't. It's, I don't update the ones I own often enough. So that's brutal. That's brutal. But how about you, Kaimi? What's the best way to for people in the audience to reach out to you?
I'd have to say the same. LinkedIn's the best. And now I know about this block, but I never knew about it. I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. It seems like there was
Oh,
like I was going to put you in check with that knight, but then I saw that that bishop was sitting there
how
just
did,
ready to eat.
how did I miss that? I don't know what I just did that. How did that?
It's yeah, it's like that's chess. If you want to feel a little bit better, I've actually seen the world's greatest chess player, Magnus Carlsen. I saw him blunder his queen to be pinned by a bishop with backup. So that's the only surefire way where you're absolutely going to lose your queen, whether you like it or not, and it's going to be a really terrible deal as well. So it's that's just part of being human, and it's not it's not my favorite part because I kind of feel like hey, I'm a meticulous guy. I won't miss anything. It's like yeah, you wish, but
Yeah, I was a lot banking on that bishop, and I put him one square too far than I thought I was going to.
oh, it was yeah. They call that a mouse slip in chess, and yeah, the struggle's real. Um, let's do.
Yeah, thanks for
Let's see.
highlighting
Yeah, yeah. This is crazy. Just like scrambling away around, run away, run away.
that.
But there you have it. So as far as so you were saying, did you say it was like 78 where you are, Kaimi? How hot is it there?
Um, I'm not exactly sure. It's probably in the 70s, but I'm standing at my door right here by next to my computer, and the door is open, and it's pretty. I can walk. I'm in shorts, barefoot, and it's cool. It feels like you're in your hotel room with air conditioning on. It's nice and cool today.
Yeah, yeah. It's Ryan did how I felt with the, you know. Oh my God.
Thanks. I mean, rub it in a little more, why not?
Yeah, right, right. And that's the thing about living in Taiwan. It's I knew that there we go. There's the game. We finally found one there. Yeah, out
Ah,
in Taiwan, the winter wasn't very nice, but the outdoors was basically trying to kill you with heat. About 8 months of the year. And then, Kim Jong Un started lobbing missiles into the Sea of Japan. So I'm like, I got to get my family the hell out of here. And then I moved to Canada, where the outdoors is trying to kill you with cold 8 months of the year. And yeah, a lot. It gave me a lot of things to think about. But guys, this was really really amazing. I hope this was really enjoyable for you in the audience here, having a little bit more more people in the conversation, a little bit more openness to go around and twice the games to pay attention to. But yeah, that was really awesome. I appreciate that, Kaimi. Thank you very much, and Ryan, that was really awesome as well.
Thank
yeah, it's good
you.
to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll talk a little bit. We'll let Ryan get off the line, but thanks to you again, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
Sweet, awesome.
Good to meet you.
Oh, hey there. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you are into chess, if you play chess and you're an investor of some sort, real estate or otherwise, well, you can be on the show too. I know, right? All you have to do is connect with me on LinkedIn. My name's Dan Fradenburgh, so I'm super duper easy to find on LinkedIn where I spend most of my social media time. But if you're one of those people who just don't play chess, it's don't pay attention to him. I don't judge. All you have to do is go to dandoesdeals.com and you'll find the Chance Encounter series where you're welcome to be a guest on it, where you can share your core competencies that you're likely to contribute to a GP team or a JV. You don't have to be doing syndications. And we'll talk about your buy boxing and stuff like that. It's easy peasy. It's like 15 minutes long to record, and there are no real fastball questions. Just tell the truth, and everybody will be fine. And if that's not really your thing, dandoesdeals.com. It also has the way to meet more, join more people, add more people to your investor list, your different deal sponsor operators and KPs and passive investors, all that kind of stuff. I'm probably repeating myself, but I'll give you the rest of your day. I appreciate you watching Chess with Investors. See you next time. Bye.
My background has been in alternative investments for the past 20 years. I've seen just about every type of fund, worked on the accounting and operations side, and even at some of these big banks that I worked for, worked on a lot of projects behind the scenes to really hone my craft and, create Cardinal Financial Consulting and help people set up the right structures, handle the accounting and operations behind the scenes, and really take that away from the CEO's responsibility to make their lives streamlined. Sorry.